questions I have for him. The beauty inside the walled compound, the 5 palaces, 4 cathedrals, and the Kremlin towers with spires reaching to the sky, masks the true inner workings of the secret government operations. To the public eye, most of the government's work is handled at the Moscow White House, a few miles away. But to those of us in the trade, we know the Kremlin is where the clandestine operations begin and end. We walk along the Moskva River, then cross the bridge to head to Gorky Park. Despite the cool evening temperature and the time it takes to reach our destination by foot, I'd rather walk the entire distance than chance getting into the wrong car. Besides, traffic in Moscow is terrible, and driving would probably take longer than walking. The time out of the cold air gives me time to think and breathe. Being back here isn't exactly easy for me, but with the high stakes involved, I don't have another choice. The odds of someone from the KGB following us are high, and I'm not keen on being snatched into an unmarked van and whisked away for questioning. On paper, the KGB as it once was doesn't even exist anymore after it was disbanded and split into 2 units. But as the powerful regime leader declared, there's no such thing as a former KGB man. That same leader has worked behind the scenes to re-establish his elite police force full of henchmen, assassins, and ruthless torturers. Dmitri and I are careful and take our time before deciding where to stop for a drink, leisurely strolling in the old section of the park until we find a pub tucked away on a side street. We choose a booth away from the other patrons, one that allows a view of the front door and anyone who may try to get too close. The music playing in the background is enough to drown out our conversation on any external listening devices their government has in their arsenal. My toys are slightly more advanced and higher tech. If the tables were reversed and I were spying on them, I'd have their every word in my ear, clear as a bell. Thankfully, they haven't quite caught up with our advanced gadgets yet. However, their medieval torture methods to extract information are top of the line, and I prefer to avoid them at all costs. Dmitri orders shots and beer for both of us before turning his keen and penetrating gaze on me. Silas, why are you here? Tell me, Dmitri, how are your daughters, Mira and Kira? He strikes a match, lighting his cigar, taking a few drags on it before hardening his eyes and staring me down amidst the smoke swirling between us. The blunt end of his cigar blows in an angry red shade, much like the coloring overtaking his face at the moment. I told you I am in no mood to play games. Speak your mind or get the fuck out of my sight. I'm giving you this one warning because we've been friendly in the past, but don't mistake this pass for weakness. I will gut you like a fucking fish and dump your body in the river, never to be seen again. The waitress sets our drinks down in front of us and pauses to take our orders. Dmitri dismisses her with a simple wave of his hand. I wait until she's out of earshot to continue. Calm down, Dmitri. I'm here to help you and your daughters, but I need you to level with me about what's really going on. What has happened to them? You're not only asking me to commit treason against my country, you're asking me to put my family's lives in real danger. This I cannot do. Go home. Mind your own business. Forget you know me. He throws his shot back, then chases it with the entire pint of beer before slamming the mug on the table. Before he has the opportunity to slide out of the booth, I stand and toss enough rubles on the table to cover our drinks, plus a hefty tip. He cuts his eyes up at me, distrust and murderous contempt shining in his eyes. You know, your daughters are very beautiful. I know you've always been very proud of them. Their picture is the only personal memento you have in your office. That's a very telling sign, one I'm sure your superiors also picked up on and used as leverage against you. But I assure you, I'm not the guilty party in this. It seems there's something awry in your own government. A blurred line is far too easy to cross, and that's exactly what they created when they used your children against you after all your years of faithful service. I begin to walk away, then stop and look back over my shoulder. There are slight differences in your girls, even though they're identical twins. For one, Mira has a much softer expression in her eyes than Kira does.